and we're back with another packed episode of BBC Sport Africa from the Stephen Keshi Stadium here in the beautiful Asaba. In this week's program,
we're asking in our big question, should doping be a criminal offense?
If they catch one person, they have to send him in prison.
He bagged a silver medal at Athletics' inaugural World Cup, a bronze medal at the Senior African Championships, and has already beaten Justin Gatlin. Meet rising South African sprint star Luxolo Adams. This is the moving story of a slum girl's journey to being just like legendary boxer Layla Ali and get the world to know her name. Now they do. Meet WBC bantamweight champion Fatuma Zarika.
Boxing gave me a second chance to a better life.
Don't let those pom-poms fool you. This vibrant team of cheerleaders are as tough as they come and wear the green, white, green of Nigeria with utmost pride.
1, and 5.
The race for Africa's biggest sport expert continues. Who will be crowned our latest BBC armchair expert?
a warm welcome to Sport Africa. It's the show that brings you Africa's biggest names, biggest games from across the continent. And I'm rolling this show to you all the way from the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, Delta State, which is home to the Senior African Athletics Championship. And I didn't forget my name. I'm Janine Anthony. I smell victory in the air, and that sense of victory is the reason why professional athletes thrive for excellence. And you can understand why. It's not just bragging rights, but the reward that comes with it. And that sometimes means there is a win at all cost mentality, and that might include taking performance-enhancing drugs. So this week's a big question we're examining: should doping be a criminal offense?
Doping has recently become a big problem in Kenya. Just ahead of the 2018 African Athletics Championships in Asaba, Nigeria, All Africa Games medalist Boniface Mweresa received the news no athlete ever wants to hear. His sample had returned a positive test. Mweresa's case is the latest on a growing list of high-profile athletes who have been caught on the wrong side of the track. Since 2010, 17 Kenyan athletes have been sanctioned for doping.
For too long, we kept our heads in the sand. This issue goes back quite a long time, but we never realistically said we have to tackle this until we'll say, whatever it is, last 4, 5, 6 years, when elite athletes started testing positive.
In 2015, changes to the World Anti-Doping Code, the document which guides policies for anti-doping rules in global sports, raised the penalty for cheats from 2 to 4 years. Despite these efforts by the World Anti-Doping Agency to deter the use of performance-enhancing drugs, the number of positive cases is on the rise. Currently, a total of 390 individuals are serving IAAF sanctions. So, with the cases rising, does this then call for this form of cheating to be criminalized?
If they catch one person, they have to send him in prison.
If an athlete gets tested positive for something that they were not aware of that was in their blood, they could be criminalized for something they're not aware of.
So it would seem division in opinion at the recent African Athletics Championships. So let's look at what it would take for this to happen. Some countries like Kenya have a criminal clause in their anti-doping law. Lawyer Elvis Majani explains how it works.
Anti-doping law in Kenya, it carries a maximum of 3 years in jail and a fine of 1 million shillings if you're found guilty of it. There are few cases that have been dealt with regards to the criminal part of the anti-doping part, anti-doping issue. But most of it have been dealt with at the sports tribunal, which usually is not really criminalized. To criminalize doping, focus on the manufacturers, focus on the suppliers, and that will deter them from supplying these athletes.
World Anti-Doping Agency told BBC in an email they don't think doping should be a criminal offense, but agree governments should put in place laws which penalize those who traffic and supply the performance-enhancing drugs. WADA cites Italy as an example where criminal law has succeeded in catching athlete support personnel who traffic performance-enhancing drugs. An argument against criminalizing doping is that it could be unfair on athletes who just don't know enough about substances that are out there. It is a complex picture in terms of what is legal and to what dosage and what is illegal. WADA's own list runs to over 200 prohibited substances that fall into 5 major categories.
Some athletes get unlucky, you get sick, you get some antibiotics that tend to be out of the line at that period of time, and then you just wanted to get your health back, which is more important than winning an Olympic medal or something. But then you were unlucky that day something was in and you're out.
And what does the man in charge of the sport, which is currently under the spotlight for increasing doping violations, have to say about this?
No, I don't want to criminalise doping because I think laying civil law and sporting law over the top causes some quite big conflicts. For instance, in sport, we can ban people for up to 4 years. It is very unlikely in a court of law you would get the same judgment. So actually, sport can be a lot tougher than a court of law can be.
Regardless of which law is in use, fans will always expect that those who step onto the track to compete do so on a level playing field.
This controversial topic has caught your attention, so here are some of your thoughts.
When a person uses performance-enhancing drugs, it should be considered a crime, as it does not give a fair play to sport. Good sportsmanship requires a discipline, commitment, and hard work to set a good example to all.
Doping is a form of cheating. If you look at sports, sport has to do with your natural strength, your natural ability. So I think that doping should be made a criminal offense because it is a form of cheating.
For me, I cannot typically say doped in sports should be considered as criminal offense, but however, I would like to say for those people who are supplying this substance are the one who should be criminal prosecuted.
It's time for our sports quiz armchair expert, where the loudest and bravest fans go head-to-head to be crowned BBC's armchair expert for the week. We're heading to Nairobi, where our referee Celestine Karune is going to judge the quiz between Winnie and Agri.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Armchair Experts. The player with the most points will be crowned this week's winner. Let's meet our contestants.
Hello, my name is Winnie Wangoi. I'm a huge Arsenal supporter and I'm a sports enthusiast, and I'm here to win.
My name is Agre Sai, and I'm a big Arsenal and FC Leopards fan, and I'm here to win the way Arsenal is going to win the new Premier League season.
Round 1. It's simple. 30 seconds each to answer as many questions as possible on what's going on in the sporting week.
We have met our contestants. The rules are set. Let's play Armchair Expert. Agri,
yes.
I start with you.
Yes.
Your player one, your time starts now. Who scored the first goal of the 2018 FIFA World Cup?
Pass.
Yuri Gazinski. How many own goals were scored in Russia?
10.
12. Who was the youngest coach at the 2018 World Cup?
Hello, Cisse.
Correct. Which stadium played host to the first and final match of the 2018 World Cup?
Luzhniki.
Correct. Which African team was the first to win a match at the World Cup?
Tunisia.
Wrong. Senegal. Who won the 2018 Wimbledon women's title?
Serena Williams.
Wrong. Angelique Kerber. Who scored the first Arsenal goal in the Unai Emery era?
Aubameyang.
Yes, correct. Yes. Well done.
Thank you.
Getting a point right there at the death. Winnie, do you think you can do better?
No.
Try. Well, your time starts now. Who scored the first hat-trick of the 2018 FIFA World Cup?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Correct. How many goals were scored during the World Cup in Russia?
149.
Wrong, 169. Which two African players scored 2 goals each at the World Cup?
Mo Salah and Victor Moses.
Wrong. Ahmed Musa and Mo Salah. Who was the youngest goal scorer at the 2018 World Cup?
Kylian Mbappe.
Correct. Senegal was bundled out on fair play. How many yellow cards had the team accrued?
1.
Wrong. 6. But you didn't do very badly. You got 2 correct, meaning it's a 1-point game. Let's look at the scores. Well, Agri, After the first round, you have 3 points. Winnie, you have 2 points. Yes. There's still more to play for later in the program. Don't go away.
They're still cheerful cheerleaders, and Kenya's undisputed Iron Fist still to come on the show. But there's someone would like you to meet. Now he's 22, but his football dreams changed for the better when he met Usain Bolt. Now a sprinter, he's had some major scores, including finishing ahead of America's Justin Gatlin, and Luxola Adams, who is South Africa's new sprinting sensation, is having a monstrous 2018.
Hi, my name is Luxola Adams. My name means peace. Usain Bolt. When I was young, I would watch him like break a world record and break it again. So he motivated me. He's my inspiration. Number 12. If you can split the numbers, 1 means to come first, and the second one means to chase the second dream. So whenever you reach your goal, you must reach for another one. I would be a lion. Oh! I try to always calm myself and listen to the lyrics that are going there and listen to the beats. Try to focus. Yeah, I always do that. Pasta. Oh, I love pasta. The Vosho one. The one that you go down. That one. Fast and Furious 8. But I like fast things. Favorite song would be All of Me by John Legend. I give my all to you, and you give me all of you. Love your. They were happy for me because I was able to take a decision for myself. They wanted me to become a doctor. Coming second in the World Cup Athletics 2018 and contributing to my team in the 4x1 relay and came third. Believe in yourself, stay motivated, go fetch your dreams, chase your dreams.
That's the end of part 1. When we come back, we'll keep our handkerchiefs close as we'll hear a heart-tugging tale from a boxer who's never let her struggles take away her shine. This is Sport Africa from the BBC. Welcome back to the BBC's Sport Africa. Now here's a tale that's really close to my heart, as Fatuma Zarika is the literal definition of grass to grace. While fending for her two daughters at 17 years of age, a life-changing encounter happened when she saw legendary boxer Laila Ali live on TV running rings round her opponents, and this Kenyan icon told herself, "I can do it." From the slums to being a world champion, Fatuma opens up about her journey and saying it's not all she hoped it will be.
I gave birth to my firstborn at 14 and my secondborn at 16 years. I dropped out of school and I thought my life is over. Boxing gave me a second chance to a better life. My life was very hard because we was living the poor life and my mom was a single mom. I tried to be with someone maybe to get a good life, but that one was impossible. So I tried and then I come still to my mom again with 2 kids. I went to boxing for 2 things. I went to make money and then maybe for self-defense. I didn't make money immediately. My first fight, and I win some money, like 700 bob. I buy some unga, I buy some sugar, something like that. Then my face was swollen. And then my mom told me, "You don't have to fight again, you have to quit this." And then I told my mom, "This is my talent, so I have to do it." The time I lost my mom, my life was hard for her. I have 2 kids. I didn't lose hope in life because of my kids. I need my kids to succeed in life. So I have to do everything to get money, my kids to go to school, to achieve everything they want to achieve in life. My experience in US was still tough. I think I'm going to achieve more. Maybe they don't have like bad promoters, but when I reached to US, I found like the promoter the same. All promoter, I think the same people. I went there and then I fight. I win WBC. So they didn't pay me. I came back home with only title. I don't have money. The time I was defending my title, my WBC in Kenya, was hard because I was look at my fans and then I look at my kids, my family, my friends. You know, everyone was looking my fight to see what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to win because I was good and I was leading from first round to 5th round. I was winning, so I told myself, thank you God for everything. I achieved everything because of boxing. When I look at my kids, I feel good. I achieve in life. My kids, they are going to school. My firstborn is going to finish university, and the second one is going to finish Form 4. So I feel good.
Winnie and Agri are still at it in round 2 of Armchair Expert, and it's back to Celestine in Nairobi.
At the end of round 1, Agri, you had 3 points. Winnie, you had 2 points. Time for contestants to get in more points in round 2, which is called Convince Me, and here is how it works.
Round 2, Convince Me. You each have 15 seconds to argue for or against. 2 points are up for grabs.
Guys, the question this week is Africa ever ready to compete at the World Cup? You are arguing for, you are arguing against. Agri, I will start with you. Your 15 seconds start now.
Africa is ready to compete at the World Cup because 1, we have a great pool of talent. 2, we have a lot of stability. 3, we have improved structures and infrastructure. And 4, because of the improved technology, Africa is also improving day by day. And 5?
Point number 5, unfortunately, your time is up.
Okay, thank you.
But good list of points there.
Okay.
Winnie, you heard what he had to say. And can you match that?
I'll try.
Your time starts now. Convince me.
I don't think Africa is yet to the point of winning the World Cup yet, because as much as we have talent, more finances need to be set in place to support the players, and also the stadiums.
Just right there. But you know what? I am actually going to go with Winnie, because like she said, as much as we have talent, it is about getting the money and putting that talent to good use. So let's see what that has done to the scoreboard.
VAR. VAR.
At the end of that round, Winnie, you have stormed to the lead now. You have 4 points. Agri, you're on 3 points, but there's still round 3 to come later in the program.
Cheerleading is now gathering lots of media interest, and it's been long regarded as a staple of the American culture, from high school to the big leagues such as the NFL and the NBA. But it's slowly finding its voice here in Africa and is officially on its way to being recognized as an Olympic sport.
4, 5, 6, 7. Are you ready?
Cheerleading is not just a sport, it is a way of life. Being a cheerleader, we are the support system that helps to motivate sport teams to do their best.
Not only do we help motivate fans to take pride in their team, but to lead and demonstrate to the fans understand of how to show up that spirit.
1, B, and 5, and 7, and 1, and...
It was always my dream to be a cheerleader. I thought they were always so pretty and have so much fun.
Cheerleading is not only about dancing, bright colors, and flamboyance. There is a lot of process that goes into the sport. You need to have discipline, dedication, confidence, acrobatic skills, and athleticism. And above all, team spirit.
Yeah.
I love my team because we're a family, we care for each other. Like whenever we're striking the stones, we do it together. We do teamwork. When one person falls, all feel bad.
Even though we have our issues, we always have our backs.
Cheerleading is seen as an American culture. It is now gaining popularity in Africa and also in the world.
In 3 years, the RS will vote on whether or not to include the sport in the 2024 Summer Olympics. Let's hope the RS to give us the vote.
Crunch time. It's the final round of Armchair Expert, and Winnie and Agri are still at it. We're heading over to Celestine Karune in Nairobi.
Right, as our aspiring experts stand, it's Agri on 3 points, Winnie on 4 points. This is the third and the final round. Here are the rules.
Round 3, the quickfire decider. 45 seconds to push up your score. Remember, shout your name before you answer or you'll lose out.
45 seconds starts now. Which NBA team has LeBron James signed for?
Winnie. Lakers.
Correct. How many goals did Cristiano Ronaldo score at Real Madrid?
Winnie. Yes. 4.
42.
Wrong. 450 goals. Which position did Kenya finish at the 2018 World Under-20 Athletics Championships?
Agree. 1.
Correct. This season's Super Cup will pit which teams? UEFA Super Cup will pit which teams?
Agree.
Correct.
Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid.
Correct. How many hours did the Kevin Anderson and John Isner Wimbledon semi-final take? 5 hours, 36 minutes, 6 hours, 36 minutes, 8 hours, 36 minutes.
Agree.
5 hours.
6 hours.
Again?
8 hours.
7 hours.
No, wait. Okay, For that question, he gets it correct because he said 6 hours.
Oh.
The answer is 6 hours, 36 minutes. You didn't listen to the whole multiple choice questions that I gave.
Okay.
But you will get the point for that question
you.
because you said 6 hours. That means, agree?
Yes.
You got 4.
Yes.
And Winnie?
It's fine.
You did not get any points. Okay. Let's see what that has done to this problem.
Okay.
It has been a seesaw of a contest, and Winnie, you finish on 4 points. Agri, you finish on 7 points, which means you are this week's BBC Sport Africa armchair expert. Please do come and take a seat on the throne. Quite a celebration. How does it feel?
Feels great.
Well, he's happy, he's won. Do join us again next week to find out who will get to sit on this throne.
A big congratulations to Agri, this week's winner. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us on anything you've seen in this program via Facebook or Twitter. And of course, our BBC Sport website, Sport Africa website, where you can get the very best of news, features from across the continent. It's been beautiful doing this with you guys, so I said a big thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, guys.